Greyhound racing started here at Mildenhall in 1991 and stopped suddenly in January 2018. The motorsport has continued here, and now under the guise of promoter Kevin Boothby, Greyhound racing is also set to return.
That's the electric for the traps, remember? That's where your starter was.
Dave Boothby is working hard to get the track ready for opening mid-November, alongside newly appointed Director of Racing James Chalkley. Suffolk Downs is the new name for this track, and it's a project James is excited to get stuck into.
Really good, really busy, some exciting times ahead, lots of hard work to get stuck into, but yeah, really looking forward to the challenge.
Mildenhall here. Now we're going to be opening here around about mid-November, we hope, for trials at least. Tell us what you make of the track.
Yeah, it's really good. I remember it from a few years ago. I used to have a few runners around here actually back in the day. So yeah, really excited and really good to see that the track's going to be up and running again.
I was hoping to be able to compare it to another track in the country, but I don't think I can. It's not like Crayford, although that probably is the most similar, isn't it?
Yeah, I think people associate it with Crayford just because of the distance. Before it used to be a 375 metre, obviously similar to Crayford being 380. I don't think it's a tight track. That the bends are a little bit more rounded. I think the dogs always seem to run it well. Over the 6 bend trip, I think we're going to have around about a 550 metre trip. So the traps are going to be roughly 5 metres further back than when they were before. So we'll have a 380 standard trip and a 550 for the 6 bends.
It's unique really, because it's like a saucer, shape of a saucer. It's a bit different to Crayford. A bit different to Henlow, and it's only 380. It's a bit better than Romford's setup, but it's wider. But each track's individual nowadays.
What work is still left to be done here?
There's plenty still left to do, as you can see. Work is currently underway on the kennels, some big refurbishment going on in there, so we can put some aircon units in so that the whole kennel block is being enclosed. Will allow us to put aircon units in to keep it cool in the summer, and also to allow us to heat it, keep it warm in the winter. Opposite the kennels we've got the vet's room. The vet's room, we've just got to do a little bit of work in there to separate it completely from the use of the speedway. They can't use it as a first aid room, so we've actually got to separate that so it's solely used for a vet's room. That way we can get accredited through the Royal Veterinary College and make sure that's fully kitted out for any emergency first aid on race days and trial meetings. After the kennels, the priority then will be on the track. The sand is ordered for the track. That should be laid down in 2 to 3 weeks' time. After that it will be traps, and in the meantime photo finish has got to go in as well. So yeah, plenty to be getting on with, but all achievable.
It'd been closed for 2 or 3 years. The track itself was overgrown, the hair rail was full, lots of shale on top, so we've took the 4 inches off, ready to put a new surface on.
What sand are you putting down?
Leighton Buzzard sand, which is like a silker sand.
And that is the same as Toaster and
Toaster and Henlow, yeah.
Obviously we're going to be called Suffolk Downs here, Mildenhall. Yeah. Why the name change? And what was behind Suffolk Downs?
My brother seen Suffolk Downs in America, which was linked to Boston where we was both born, so we called it Suffolk Downs.
Where would the bookmakers go?
Bookmakers will be on the home straight, just by the winning line, where they were before at the bottom of the steps.
And you've also got a judges box here, and obviously our viewers will want to know what the pictures are going to be like from here, and I think we can see they're going to be high up but very much on the finish line.
Yeah, and I think you'll get a really good view from up there. That's where the camera is going to be positioned, right on the winning line, so you'll get a good winning line shot as the greyhounds come past, which is important for viewers at home and obviously in betting offices. So yeah, that will be absolutely spot on. You get a really good view from up there, and you can see everywhere of the track. The inside fence that's used for the speedway and stock cars will come down, which will just improve visibility even further, so you get a good view of the whole track.
What about traps? What traps are you bringing in?
We're going to have curved front traps, what we currently use at Henlow on the 428s and the sprint traps at Henlow, so it will be the curved front traps.
How many meetings are you hoping for a week here?
So initially we're going to look to start with 2 morning meetings, potentially on a Tuesday and a Friday morning, be from the Henlow existing SOS fixtures. Certainly by end of November, December, we'd look to have it up and running.
There is a joint sort of lease here with the motorsport, particularly the speedway that goes on. So you don't have use generally of it at weekends, but of course the speedway does have a closed season. So in that time, can we expect any open racing, perhaps competitions?
Yeah, absolutely. The plan will be to have several sort of gala evenings, feature racing competitions, at the weekend when we've got that availability. Yeah, I think that will be something that everyone can look forward to.
And when that is happening, what sort of facilities are there here in terms of hospitality?
Okay, so there's a bar which will be open all the time for trainers' use, and a cafe. There will also be the main restaurant. The Fenman has got restaurant facilities as well, and of course Mildenhall is well known for the fish and chip shop, which I can see is still there. So I'm sure that will be up and running as well for everybody to enjoy.
I think a lot of people will want to know if the fish and chips is coming back. I've heard great things.
It's all that everybody says. When you say Mildenhall, the first thing that people think of is the fish and chips. But yeah, it's good to see it still here, and yeah.
There are a lot of trainers in this area, none less so than the likes of Mark Wallace and Patrick Janssens. You've already got 2 trainers signed up as well. What's the situation with getting runners here?
Yeah, we've actually already got a waiting list, 4 trainers here at Mildenhall. Like you say, Mark Wallace and Patrick, they've both expressed an interest in putting some runners around here. Really local, of course, and like you say, there is so many trainers in this area. You don't have to drive far to find trainers in this area. Obviously, we've got existing trainers as well from Henlow who have expressed an interest. So yeah, we're not short of runners. Jim Daly will be joining us in the new year. Really big kennel strength. Looking forward to having Jim on board. And James Turner will be coming slightly before Jim. We should have runners on the strength in December.
Any other names you can give us, likely graded runners here?
Yeah, I mean, we've got, say, looking at the Henlow trainers, we've got trainers like Jason Ray. It'll be a little bit better location-wise for him, a little bit closer to home. Terence Nevin as well, fairly big kennel. We've expressed an interest in having some runners around here. And I say that there's plenty more as well.
We were hoping to fly a drone over the track to get the viewers some really nice footage, but we can't. We're in an illegal red zone, and that is because we're right next to a couple of US military bases, aren't we? And the noise from the planes is really quite loud.
It is, yeah. It's quite shocking till you get used to it. I say we're right on RAF Mildenhall here, and yeah, the planes are going over thick and fast this morning, aren't they?
So personally for this track, what are your hopes and dreams?
Look, I think Kevin's got some big plans for ground racing on a whole, and it's really exciting to be a part of that. Kevin will look to come in here and put his own stamp on things. Obviously, it's going to be rebranded Suffolk Downs. Is going to be the first thing that Kevin does as well. So, really excited. We're looking forward to some good racing. Yeah, can't wait to get going.